Hi all, good morning and good evening as well. So in the last class, we started ports and protocols, and we discussed about whenever any business needs, how they have to open the port and what is the process they have to follow. So that's what I explained. And after that, I started and explaining about a couple of important ports and protocols. So we did not complete yet. So it will take couple of minutes to complete about all those ports and protocols. And once maybe in case if we are completing these ports and protocols, then I can show even port scanning tool also. So that is the agenda for today class. Let's go and continue where we stopped the class. So whenever SNMP, first we have to ask about SNMP version 2 or version 2 or version 3, username and password to these routing team or switching team. So networking team, they will provide about username and password. So once that they will provide the username and password, whatever tools we are implementing related to security, we have to enable that one. So example, I have shown practically also in the firewall, FortiGate firewall side. So we have to enable that SNMP. Then what SNMP it will do? It will do discovering of all the assets, whatever we do have on the endpoint side, database side, server side, and also network devices side and wireless side. And finally, so whatever issues it is occurring, we can go and we can manage those devices also, like a health checkup related issues. So that is called SNMP. So next one is post office protocol, POP3. So what is the post office protocol? Post office protocol, it can be used for the delivery of the message. So post office, why we can use? We can use mainly for the delivery of the, okay, so cards or whatever we received. So here post office protocol can be used for the message oriented. Messaging of these or data deliveries, we can use post office protocol. One small correction, actually in the last class, I given one of the port number is wrong. What is that port number is NTP. NTP I given as a 110, that is wrong, actually 123. Okay, so and post office protocol, what is the post office protocol? It is a delivery of the, okay, messages or data. It can be used. It can be used for delivery of the data or message in between peer-to-peer devices, and here port number is 110. So this is what okay, so port number for post office protocol. So as I mentioned, whatever I said wrong, I rectified this one now. Next one is Kerberos. So Kerberos, why we can use, and this one of the important protocol also. So whenever we are giving the username and password, for example, you are switching on the laptop and you are providing the username and password. So whenever you are providing the username and password, and as we discussed, there are three different types of authentication mechanisms. One is called SAML authentication mechanism. One is called NTLM authentication mechanism. Third one is Kerberos authentication mechanism. So this one already we discussed under the definition side. Okay. So Kerberos, it will provide out mutual authentication mechanism between client and also backend server. What is the backend server? Part of our endpoint side, domain controller. So now once you are switching on the your endpoint like laptop or MacBook or workstation or desktop, and you are clicking on the sign in button after providing the credentials, now that request will go to the domain controller. Now in between these domain controller and also your end user machine, so couple of security negotiation will happen. So that negotiations we can call it as a Kerberos mutual authentication mechanism. Okay, so it can be used for mutual authentication mechanism. And port number is 88. So that is the port number of the Kerberos. So next one, net bias. So this net bias why we can use mainly for once the switching on your any computer or any system. First initially it will do the loading or buffering of the system. So then finally we can go and we can launch and we can log into our system. So buffering and loading side, we can use net bias. So what is the full form of the net bias? Network bias input output system. So that is the full form of the net bias. And why we can use once we are switching on the laptop. So buffering and loading and also even initial operating system overall. Okay, from the switching on the laptop to nothing but our power shutdown to till the owning switching on the laptop, overall entire process it will happen. So there we can use the net bias information. Okay, from the operating system side, shutdown to till switch on the computer, there are couple of buffer or loading it will happen. Those places we can use net bias. Example, you are purchasing one of the new laptop and you want to do initial operating system implementation side. So there we can use net bias. You can see a lot of time to overall implementing of the OS. So there are a lot of time it will take to complete overall OS configuration, OS implementation and buffering and loading. Those places we can use net bias. And here port number is 137 to 139. So 137, 138 and 139. So these are the three port numbers it can be used by net bias. So next one is LDAP. So LDAP, another name is Active Directory. So what is the full form of the LDAP? Lightweight Directory Access Protocol. So lightweight directory access protocol. Why we can use this Active Directory or LDAP? As I mentioned, each and every security tool we have to integrate as the initial security configurations or implementation. Out of all these, one of the very important device is Active Directory or LDAP. It's a mandatory. It's a mandatory. Okay, why we have to integrate? So this Active Directory it will provide about all the users information, or systems information, or computer information, and also Active Directory group information. So that's why we can use this LDAP. So why we have to integrate with LDAP? Because whenever any security incident is happening, so if you don't integrate this LDAP or Active Directory, LDAPs or Active Directory, we don't know who has done what. Only we can see the IP address. But that IP address, how it is mapped to our domain controller or maybe Active Directory can be seen using the LDAP on. Okay, I did not integrate LDAP, for example, or Active Directory. Then only in our security instance, I can see the IP address. But what is the username and who is the user and where he is located? So what if the system is got compromised? Those things it can be missed out. So that is the reason always LDAP can be integrated to each and every security tool, not only our cybersecurity domain, it is applicable to even other so software development lifecycle tools also, or cloud security tools also, even our network operation security tools also. Even these Active Directory is one of the very important device to integrate each and every any tooling is required. Those places we can integrate. to making sure that whenever something it's happening, for troubleshooting and fixing of the issue, and also even identifying the issue, who has done what, and what is the identity of the end user, and what is the traceability of the end user can be done using the LDAP. So that is the importance of the LDAP. Okay, if we want to show this one practically, so I will open and I will launch one of the FortiGate firewall demo. So regularly we are using this one so that you will understand practical way. Then I can provide username and password related to firewall. So I'm providing demo and also demo as a password. So login read only. So now this is firewall. So under this one, we can see system is one of the tab. So when you say system here, initial security or any tool implementation site, we can go and we can use this system oriented and admin status. So who are all administrator to access this particular firewall, and admin profiles we can grow and we can group these one, and firmware and registration. Okay, so forget about that one. Settings. Under the settings, we do have the one of the option name is called Active Directory. So here we can integrate with our Active Directory, and also here we can integrate with our NTP. You can see here, last time in the last class we discussed about NTP. So NTP, it can be used to sync up our local time zone to our system time zone. So here US Pacific. So for example, mine is the central, okay, CST, Central Standard Time, and your time is maybe IST. And if you want to integrate that one, we can go and we can specify this time zone. So this is the way how we can go and we can integrate our syncing up the local time zone to our system time zone. Okay. So in the same place, even we can go and we can integrate with the our Active Directory also. So this is the place where we can integrate with the Active Directory. Once we are integrating this Active Directory, then whenever any security incident is triggered under the dashboard, so normally security alerts will be triggered here, and what is the system is got compromised and who the system is got compromised. So how we can take care of the instant investigation forensic analysis for those systems can be seen that one, and traceability it is very easy for us. Okay, so that is the importance of the LDAP, or how to integrate Active Directory. So this Active Directory not only integrated to our firewall, and I have shown only firewall example. So this is also integrated to our SIM tool, our so web application firewall or DLP tool or NADS, NAPS and proxy. Almost all these tools, not only our security related, even it is applicable to networking oriented also. And what is the port number? So port number is here, it is 389. But is this a non-secure protocol? LDAP is a non-secure protocol similar to like FTP and also HTTP. So FTP also non-secure protocol. Even HTTP also non-secure protocol. Even LDAP also non-secure protocol. So to eliminate this drawback related to non-secure protocol, we have to use secure protocol. So that secure protocol we can call it as LDAPs. Lightweight directory access protocol security. So this is what normally we will use instead of the LDAP, because LDAP it will not is, it can use a plain text or clear text. And whenever we are accessing, so we can see what type of data we are traversing or we are sending it. To eliminate the drawback, what we are using LDAPs. It is a secure way of the protocol, and the same thing, but in the secure way. It will provide all the user information, system information, or computer information, and also Active Directory group information in the secure way. When you say secure way, it will provide encryption part. Okay, so that is the importance of the LDAPs, and port number is 636. Okay, so most of the cases, either we can integrate it with the LDAP or LDAPs. So next one is RDP. So this one several times in the class I discussed already, and I have shown also practically. RDP remote desktop. If you want to log into virtual or remote way from one Windows operating system to another Windows operating system, that may be our laptop or workstation or desktop, to our Windows server or Windows laptop or Windows desktop or Windows workstation. It's opposite of the telnet basically. So telnet can be used in the Unix environment, and RDP we can use on the Linux, Windows environment. So telnet mainly into the our part of Linux environment to log into one Unix server into another Unix server. In the same way, so competitor to Red Hat Enterprise Linux or Unix. So we can say RDP, remote desktop, through virtually or through remotely. If you want to log in one Windows machine to another Windows machine, we can use RDP. Okay. So couple of practical scenarios also I told you. Example, you are working in Wipro and your client is belongs to Bank of America. In that scenario, whenever any issue it will come, as a physically you no need to go and you no need to use a flight to travel to Bank of America in the USA, and through virtually or remotely you can do the everything configuration from the Wipro itself. So this is the way how the RDP it will work. It can be used to log into one Windows machine to another Windows machine. So that Windows machine meaning here either Windows laptop or Windows workstation or Windows desktop. So and also Windows server, it is applicable to Windows server also. If I want to say this one practically, so just go to search button and here you can type remote desktop and click on the remote desktop. By default our Microsoft is supporting or it is using the our software that is called RDP, remote desktop connection. Either you can provide the username, either you can provide the IP address or either you can provide the our Windows server. So example, I want to log into one of the Windows IIS server where my application is hosted. So for example, in that scenario, Facebook, okay, so Windows IIS. Okay, next one is what is the Facebook will fall under Meta company, meta.com. So Facebook is a group of the companies. Under that one is a Meta is a main company. So those things will fall like Instagram. All these are part of the Meta now. Okay, now I want to log into this particular. Okay, so backend Apache or backend Windows IIS server. Okay, Windows IIS meaning a internet server. So internet facing server. So that is Facebook Windows meta.com. This is the way how I it given. And if you want, you can provide that where the location is California, for suppose CA. This server is located California. So this is the way. So host name or fully qualified domain name is provided by Facebook company. Or I want to log into one of the database server. The database server it is belongs to Microsoft SQL database server. Example, HDFC Bank. So part of Mumbai. So database server, part of the production environment. So .com. So meaning what? HDFC is using this particular Windows server, part of the mobile location. This server is a production environment server. So that is either you can provide the username, fully qualified domain name or host name, or you can provide IP address also. 10.10.10.1. This belongs to Mumbai HDFC Bank production server, and I want to log into this server and I want to do the patch updates. I want to implement a hardening benchmark. So I want to take care of the couple of security implementations. So then I can log in this particular server, then I can go and I can use so this RDP connection. I no need to go to travel from Hyderabad to Mumbai location where I can go and I can implement couple of Intel security configuration, even though I'm sitting in Hyderabad for suppose. So this is the way how the virtually or remotely we can use RDP and to making sure that implement. Nowadays there are a lot of other vendors also supporting RDP connections like a CyberArk. CyberArk is one of the identity and access management and privilege access management and identity management. There also we can go and we can use these RDP connections. Even Citrix, it's very very important now. Almost all the companies are using Citrix to connect client environment. So they are using Citrix environment, and there we can provide the username and password and Citrix connector, and we can go and we can so access our client environment. So this is the way how the overall process is happening, not only through RDP. Okay, that is also one type of RDP, and this is also one type of RDP. So now finally we have to give connect here. Once you are giving the connect here, so then it will ask username and password. Then we have to provide the username and password, and finally we can go and we can log into the respective opposite machine. So this is the way how the RDP it will work. So next one is IPsec. So what is the full form of the IPsec? Internet Protocol Security, and it can be used for VPN connections. So why we can use IPsec? Mainly for the, it can be used for the VPN connectivity. It can be used to connect virtual private network. That private, that what that VPN may be remote VPN. So remote VPN is also called as IPsec VPN, or site to site VPN. So that is the importance of the IPsec. And what is the port number we can use? So port number we can use is 500. Sorry, this one is 3389 guys. Sorry, 3389, and this one is 500. So IPsec port number is 500. So whenever if you want to use either remote VPN or IPsec VPN or site to site VPN. So nowadays all the companies are not asking to come and work from the on-site. Very rare companies. Couple of companies they are asking the completely remote work from home option, and couple of companies they are asking like a hybrid option. And couple of companies, yes, I can agree. So even we have to go to the office also. So if we are going to the office, forget about the VPN connectivity. But if you are work from home option, so our remote home option, in that scenario, how we can connect to that one? It is connected through VPN, virtual private network. So how that is possible? Under the firewall, we have to open one of the port number. That is port number is called as 500. So this one can be done by our network security administrator or network administrator. For each and every user, they can go and they can open the port number 500. In case they are closing the port number 500, you can't access the VPN. So that is the way how this IPsec will work. So you have to open the port number on the firewall side, and also we have to open the even port our port number under the our end user system side also. Then only so our VPN it will work. Example, work from home option. So next one is syslog. So syslog is full form is system logging. So system logging meaning here whatever logs. So already I told you what is mean by log. Log is nothing but any activity or any action can be done by any end user or any database or server or application or cloud instance. Everything it is applicable to our organization side. Okay. So that action or activity we can call it as a log. So that one we can be recorded part of our so log. We no need to do anything here. It's a completely backend mechanism only. So these endpoints and these network devices, these applications and these servers and databases and cloud or infrastructure, everything can be automatically, it will be logged it. And we don't need to do everything in manual way. So system logging here, and why we can use this one, logging of any computer recorded activity or action. I given already one of the example also. HR roles and responsibilities side. So at 9 o'clock, HR, he or she, they are coming to office. And 6 o'clock, they are leaving out from the office. In between 9 to 6 p.m., what is the roles and responsibilities HR is doing? So everything it can be go on. It is so backend it will do the recorded activity or action. What is the HR is doing or a talent acquisition team is doing. So backend logs will be generated. And I have shown practically also under the event viewer, we can see the couple of logs. So that logging and activity of the computer record, we can call it as a system logging. And port number is 514. It's one of the very important interview question. What is the port number of the syslog server, or what is the port number of the syslog 514? So next one is SSL. So SSL is a part of our HTTPS. It's a secure socket layer. But nowadays we are not using any more SSL. Everything we are using TLS only. So same thing. So this is the one. It can be used mainly. It will provide about whenever any browsing in the secure way. It will provide encryption. It will confidentiality. It will provide privacy. It will provide non-reputation. It provide integrity of the end user based on the SSL TLS certificate based on the digital signature. So that is the importance of the HTTPS or SSL. And port number is 443. So HTTPS it will use one of the protocol. That protocol is SSL. But nowadays this one is obsolete. Nowadays we are not using any more SSL. It is a legacy. When you say legacy, always please remember older. Legacy. I want to continue with my legacy. I want to continue with my legacy, meaning here, whatever family I do have, I want to continue whatever they provided the ethics and values to going forward. That is one type of legacy. So nothing but here, older version of the people, what are my family, they provided the ethics and values going forward. Also, I want to continue. Okay. So that is called as a legacy part here. So when you say legacy here, it's a older part of the our so our legacy oriented legacy, this also called as older, and it is obsolete. Nowadays we are not using anymore. So SSL we are using to eliminate that one part of TLS, transport layer security. So transport layer security. Under the transport layer security also same thing, it can be used this one only. It can be used for web browsing. So, but it is secure way of the protocol, and it will provide, sorry, it will provide, not provide, it will provide. So I will eliminate this one and I will eliminate this one also. It will provide encryption. It will provide confidentiality, privacy, and reputation and integrity using SLTLS certificates. And port number 443. Okay. So that is maybe TLS here. Okay. So nowadays we are not using any more SSL 1.0, 2.0, 3.0. Even TLS 1.0, TLS 1.1 we are not using. And TLS 1.2, TLS 1.3 we are using. Yesterday interview question. One of the candidate was attended X company interview. They asked about data at a rest, data at a transit level of the controls. What are the latest TLS versions you will use? TLS versions are TLS 1.2 or 1.3, and going forward very soon 1.4 also it will come. Right now it is in development state. Nothing but I will provide like alpha or beta. Whenever we will say alpha or beta, it is not completed yet and they did not release to the public. So very soon they are going to release to the public. Then going forward, we can use the TLS 1.4 also. So SSL, whenever it is coming, there are a lot of attacks will fall under the SSL side, like open SSL attack, hard to bleed attack, poodle attack. If you are using SSL 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, all these different types of the category of the attacks that will happen. So like open SSL attack, heart to bleed meaning here breaking of the heart. So the next one is poodle attack. So this is applicable to Oracle database. Initially, this issue is identified on the Oracle database. So that's why we can call it as a poodle, padding of Oracle on legacy. So encryption standard, that is called poodle attack. Anyway, that one we are going to discuss under the our network and cyber attack side. Okay, so that is the reason to eliminate all these drawbacks. Whatever we do have under the SSL side, we are using TLS. That is the importance of the TLS, TLS 1.2 and TLS 1.3. As I said yesterday, one of the candidate is attended. What is my data at a rest and data at a transit level of the security? There are a lot of questions they asked under this particular, okay, TLS side. I'll make one of the YouTube video. Please go and watch it. Next one is SMB, server message block. So as name itself, it is suggesting like it's a message oriented protocol and it can be used mainly for the message related. Okay, it can be used to transfer or delivery of the data or message. So 445, it's one of the dangerous protocol, and because of this port number 445 or server message block, ransomware category of the attacks it will happen. So it is applicable to ransomware category of the attack. So whenever someone will ask about what is meant by ransomware and what is the port number and what is the importance of the ransom. So what is the, we have to remember SMB, server message block. So ransom is one of the dangerous attack from 2007 to till date. Initially ransomware category of the attack, it's happened from 2017, May, June. Until date, one of the dangerous attack is called ransomware under the malware category of the attack. There are so many, more than 7,000 plus new ransomware category of the attacks are so far it's happened from 2007 till date. Nothing but within the 8 years time period, there are so many existing or new ransomware category of the attacks are happening, and it will happen in the future also. So that is called server message block related to ransomware category of the attack. And always we have to we have to close this port number 445. Okay. In case the port number is 445, it's open. We have to suggest this Windows team or Linux team to close this particular, okay, port number 445. So next one is SAP. So what is session initiation protocol? Session initiation protocol. So name itself, it is suggesting that it is an initiation protocol. Session will be established. So in between client and server. So example, you are making one of the call. So that call through our mobile. Example, you are calling me through WhatsApp or you are calling me through our normal call. It's like a telecom oriented protocol. It's a telecom based protocol. So whenever you're making any call to other people through our mobile number, so these telecom service provider, so they can go and they can provide the session initiation in between you and opposite person. That may be incoming call or outgoing call. Okay. So now it can be used for the connection should be established between the one person to another person. For example, you are making a WhatsApp call to me or you are making one of the normal call to me. Most of the cases it is applicable to normal call. So those cases, it will be connection should be established. Whatever SIM card you are using, whether it is a Vodafone or BSNL or Geo or maybe our AT&T, a Spectrum or Leica and so on. So those places we can use session initiation protocol. It can be used to initiate the connection establishment between one end user to another end user. It's a telecom based protocol, and here we can use, there are two port numbers 5060 and 5061. So next one is MS SQL, MySQL. So Microsoft SQL database, Microsoft structured query language. It's one of the database oriented protocol, and it can be used to store the data related to PIR. It can be used to store the data. So and port number is 1443. Sorry, yeah, 1433. This is the port number we can use for the MySQL side. So this is the way. There are so many, well, all these ports whatever we discussed so far is called well-known ports. So these ports, anything we can expect from any interview. So it's one of the very, very important topic, part of our well-known port side, not only applicable to our cybersecurity team or endpoint security or network security. This is applicable to even whenever any Windows team or Linux team or middleware team or web service team, they are going for interview. So they will ask about these questions only. So they will ask about one of the protocol or port number, and we have to give the what is the importance. They will not ask also importance of the protocol. Directly they will ask about port number. Example port number DNS for 53. Example port number DHCP 6768. Example email transfer protocol SMTP 25. Example of SSL 443. Example of SSH 22. Example of so our TLS 443. So example of HTTP port number 80. Example of HTTPS port number 443. So this is the way. So very, very, very important way. Whenever someone will ask about networking concepts, ports and protocols is one of the very, very hot topic for the interview point of view, along with OSL layers. OSL layers and also ports and protocols, very, very important from the interview point of view. Okay. So that is about overall what are the well-known ports and protocols we can use regularly. So in our day-to-day communication between the peer-to-peer or client and server. So now go back to our course content and syllabus. So far we completed acronyms and full forms and abbreviation, and cybersecurity definition we completed, OSLAs we completed, TCP IP layers we completed, ports and protocols we completed. Okay. Now under the ports and protocols, I want to show about Nmap also. Nmap is not completed yet. Now I want to explain about Nmap. And Wireshark I completed. Okay. Now I already given one of the tasks to you. So what is the task I given? Please download Nmap tool and please download Wireshark tool. Please download even Putty tool also I told you. There are so many tools I told you to download and you can practice it. I'm not sure how many people is downloaded and installed and you are practicing that one in your home. Anyways, so why we can use Nmap tool? It's a port scanning tool. It will identify about, so along with the software and application or process it is running against the port number, it will provide about the, so a port scanning tool. That port scanning tool is we can call Nmap. It's an open source tool. So if you want to download, okay, so our Nmap tool, so I can go and I can provide here Nmap tool download, and download the free Nmap security scanner tool for Linux or Windows. And always please download this software from our, okay, so legitimate website, not from the botnet website. And you can see here it is supporting Nmap tool mainly for the, there are multiple operating systems like a Windows. It is supporting for Mac from Apple. It is supporting for Linux under the Unix. It is supporting for any other OS oriented. That may be Cassandra, that may be Alibaba, that may be Amazon, and so on. So now what is the operating system I'm using currently? I'm using Windows. So obviously I have to download for Windows. So, and whoever using MacBook, then you can develop the MacBook. So I will go, I clicked on the Windows now. Microsoft Windows binaries. I have to download this one and click on Nmap 7.97. So this is the latest version of the Nmap tool. Nmap tool practical demo. Next topic. Nmap is also called as a GenMap. Another name. So what is the importance of this as Nmap tool? What is full form? First of all, network mapper. Full form. It's a port scanning tool. In your system, whatever ports are opened, it can go and it can identify and it can provide about. So these are the different types of the ports are open. Then we can go and we can do the risk assessment and business impact analysis. Is there any dangerous ports are open? And in case dangerous ports are opened, we can go and we can contact with the networking team to close those ports in the our firewall side. So Nmap is also called a GenMap. It's like I symbol and network mapper. It's a port scanning tool. So now Nmap full form is network mapper. So Nmap is also called as GenMap. What is the importance of the Nmap tool? Nmap importance is to identify what are the ports are open and what are the ports are closed. To identify what are the ports are open and also it will explain about what is the application or service or process or software running against port number. So that is the importance of the Nmap. So to identify what are the ports are open, whenever we are doing the scanning of any other IP address or host name. So once you are scanning of those IP address or host name, it will explain about what is the application is running on, that application name, what is service is running on, or what is the process it is running on, and what is the software it is running on. I can show practically that one. So that is the importance of the Nmap. And latest Nmap release version. What is the version we have seen just now? 7.9.7. So this is the version of the Nmap tool. And what is the version we have seen part of the Wireshark? 4.9.7 or 5.1.7. So this is the version of the Nmap tool. Now I will download this tool, part of our Nmap. So once I'm clicking on the download in my web browser, already it is started downloading here Nmap tool. In case you are using MacBook, then you can choose MacBook version. It's downloaded successfully, and I'm clicking on the folder where the Nmap tool is downloaded. I'm clicking on yes, I'm installing that Nmap tool also. Now I'm accepting the agreement of the license legally. So legal team will take care of this one only. Whether this particular license, whatever we are installing in our organization, legally accepted or not. So who's the roles and responsibilities of this one? License agreement, legal team. Every organization nowadays, they're recruiting legal team also. Install. It will take a couple of minutes or seconds. And I agree. Install. So already I do have the existing version of the Nmap. So I'm uninstalling that one and I'm reinstalling once again. So this is called piece of software file, whatever right now I'm installing. So in case this piece of software files contains any malware infection, our system will get compromised by malware category of the attacks. And click on next button and click on finish. Click on next, finish. So I installed my Nmap tool in my laptop. Now let's go and open that Nmap tool. So just I will type Nmap here. So that is also called Genmap basically. So this is the tool Nmap tool or whatever I installed. So when I'm clicking on here also you can see here, just I type Nmap, NM. You can see here high symbol, I. Continuously it will watch, it will monitor. So meaning here, what is the I symbol of the Nmap? See, whenever any tool, one of the vendor is developed, meaning here, that is one of the importance, it will be there. Crowd strike, like a eagle. What eagle it will do? It will it will fly on the sky whenever any insects or snakes are going on the earth. Suddenly it will come that eagle down and it will catch that one and it will eat that one. So that is called crowd strike, like a eagle symbol. Wire shark. Wire shark like our big fish in our ocean. So it will do the traffic analysis. Even the ocean is very big. Nmap, it's like symbol of the eye. What's going on? It will monitor everything. It will witness everything. What's going on? It will do the scanning of everything. That's called eye symbol here. So that is what. So they will give one of the symbol for each and every tool whatever we are using. That may be any security tool you can consider. SIM tool or EDR or antivirus or malware or traffic analyzer or Nmap or Genmap or and so on. So this is the symbol of the, it's a GUI, graphical user interface. Click on open. So this is the graphical user interface. I no need to enter any commands. Even this Nmap tool also we can access via Kali Linux. Kali Linux is one of the software we have to install under the Unix operating system, and there also we can use this Nmap tool. But what is the problem with the Linux environment is always we have to remember the commands. It is not user friendly. Always we have to remember the what is the type of the command we have to enter it. But here there is no need to remember any command. That is the beauty of the our always Windows machines. or Windows operating system side. So now let's go and discuss about a couple of port scanning related mechanisms. I want to scan Google, I want to scan Facebook, I want to scan so Instagram. Then I want to identify what are the ports and protocols it is running on, or what service it is running on. So now you can remember Nmap or Genmap is a port scanning tool, and it will identify about what is the port number or what is the service and what is the application and what is the software it is running against the port number. So that is the importance of the Nmap tool. So now target. What is my target here? You can provide about any asset IP address like a 10.10.10.1 or 10.10.10.10.2, or you can provide about any IP address, any host name also, anything is fine. Either you can provide about the host name or either you can provide about the IP address also. For example, I want to see about under the google.com what are the port numbers are open. So I will type here now google.com. So all automatically recommendation is appearing as google.com. Now you can see that is the target now. Under the public google.com or public DNS of the Google. Private DNS nobody will expose. Private DNS nobody will expose. It's a public DNS of the Google. Now profile scan. What are the different types of scans it can be shown? So these are the different types of scans can be done by Nmap tool. Intent scan plus UDP, intent scan plus TCP, intent scan with no ping, there is no need of ping scan, quick scan, quick scan plus, quick scan with the trace route, and regular scan, slow and comprehensive scan. So these are all the different types of profiles are supporting by our Nmap tool. Okay. Now already I told you, for example, so if I want to ping google.com under the command line interface using command prompt, let's go and see whether Google is responded back using CLI using command prompt. This is the fifth time or sixth time I'm showing this okay command prompt using the Google. So ping I given google.com with space and Google is responded back and this destination is reachable. There is no packet loss. Everything okay. So 100% packets are sent, 100 packets are received, and Google is completely up and also it is active and it is running actively. So that is the okay message. That is the conclusion from the ping google.com. Okay. Now that is through command line interface. In this similar way, I want to show this one through our web browser. So I can open here google.com. So here also I can open google.com. I have shown through command line interface also. I have shown through google.com through web browser also. Now I can show through that one through Genmap also. So now you can use ping scan. Ping scan. It is one of the scan. It is existing under the profile. So you can type here google.com. I think there are two windows are open. I will close one of the window. Yeah, I closed one of the window. Now google.com I given and I selected the ping scan. Now you can see here automatically the command is changed. I will show once again. What is the okay ping scan command under the so our Genmap tool part of the google.com nmap space -sn space google.com. And if I want to change that one to some other scan, slow and comprehensive scan, automatically that command will change. You can see here nmap space s5 space su space so t4 ev. Will you remember as this much particular that much lengthy command? So that's why always command line interface is a little bit complicated as compared to our so graphical user interface are always user friendly. We no need to remember any commands. So that is the difference between so CLI versus GUI. Okay. But in case you are deploying this tool through command line interface, and if you want to run this scan against google.com for slow comprehensive scan, everything you have to do the entering of the command. Then only it will work. Okay. Now, anyways, if I change that one to quick scan, then automatically that command is changed. Okay. So penetration testing people, whenever they're going for the interview, so they will ask about these comments also. That means you have to remember these comments also. Pen test, security testing. So now, anyways, first I will show it to the from bigger to smaller to bigger. I'll use ping scan. So once I select ping scan, this is the command now we can use for the ping scan side. And click on scan here on the right hand side after the filter button. So filter meaning what? This is the called filter. I told you several times. What is my filter meaning here? Drop down list. Choosing the drop down list, which one we have to choose and which one we should not use. That's called filter option. Now out of all these options, I'm using ping scan. And click on scan now. Now in between, so Nmap tool or Genmap tool to google.com. So our ping is successful or not, we can go and we can verify once the scanning is completed. You can see here starting. So this one I can go and I can copy paste maybe. So length of the font is very little bit. So I can go to notepad. So this is the response I got it from the, so our Nmap tool. Starting Nmap 7.97, that is the latest version of the Nmap tool. And https nmap.org, this is the place where we downloaded. At 2025, so June 11th, 9:58. Okay, so this is the time where the scan is completed. It's my time. I'm not sure about India time. I think it's 8:29. Okay. So as per my time zone, when I did this scanning part, it is completed. Okay, 2025 June 11th. Okay, 9:58. And Nmap scan report. Okay, google.com. So that IP address, IPv4 address of the google.com host is up. So meaning here already Google is up and it is running fine. And 0.03 seconds latency. Latency is nothing but delay in between our Nmap tool to our google.com. So what is the latency or delay it is happen once the scanning is trying to complete? 0.03. Other addresses for google.com not scanned. It scanned only IPv4 address, but is not IPv6 address. That's what they are saying. So DNS record for 142.250 is a CDNS. What is meant C here? Canonical name record. So C is a canonical name record. That one we are going to discuss in the future. It will convert IP address to our domain name. That is called CNAME record. Nmap done. One IP address scan. One host is up. One host is up. So how much time it has taken to scan these particular google.com? It has taken 0.32 seconds, 0.32 seconds. So once I given google.com and I selected profile as a ping scan, and how much time it has taken? It has taken 0.3 to do the scanning of the google.com. And also it was showing the output as a one host is up and it is running. So there are three ways action practically now. Google is working in my system or not. One is the through command line interface, through CLI. Through CLI also I have proved that Google is working, and also through web browser also I have shown it is working. Google.com, it is working fine and it is active, or it is up and it is running. And also I have shown through even Nmap tool also it is working fine and it is running. Total three ways. Now go back to our Nmap tool. Go to this is Nmap output. Now we have to analyze each and every tab, whatever it is showing on this particular output side. Ports and hosts. What are the different as ports and host it is opening? It is not showing anything here. Topology. So now local host. What is my local host? It is not showing that much. So local host to google.com. Local host is nothing but my machine, and google.com is my opposite machine. Okay, that's called local host and also google.com. This is called logical flow diagram. So this is the way how the overall scanning is completed in between my laptop to google.com. That is called what right now this diagram it is showing this called. Okay, so logical flow diagram. Host details. So once I am going to host details, host is up. Nothing but google.com is up and it is running. Open ports are 0. Closed ports are 0. Filter ports are 0. And uptime is not available. It is not showing anything. IPv4 address of the google.com or the public DNS is 142.250.205.78. And the name of the host name is google.com. So next one is type of the host name record, PTR, reverse point record. It's one of the DNS record. Okay. So that is about overall analysis you have to do. And finally click on scans. Whatever scan you are trying to do that, it can go and it can give here. And we have to save or we have to close this scan. So this is the way one google.com. Now I will change this one from ping. Now what is the final conclusion from this one? So once you are running any scan, you should understand and you should analyze what is mean by here. So what is the conclusion from this one? When I given the ping scan here, I came to know that through my machine or through my local host or through my personal computer or laptop, when I given google.com through ping scan as a profile under the Nmap or Genmap tool, it was showing that so host is up and it has taken 0.32 seconds, and also it is based on the India's, I mean, central time zone, and 9:58 the scan is it has taken, and it has taken overall latency is 0.03 seconds. So this is the way how the practically we have to analyze. Now I can change the profile here now. Let's go with quick scan. So I'm changing now ping scan to quick scan and click on scan button now. So scan is started. So scan is completed also. Now I given the scan name is called quick scan, and automatically in between my local host part of my personal computer or laptop to my opposite machine of the google.com, scan is started, scan is ended. Now you have to analyze this one now. So starting Nmap 7.97 HTTPS and scan started at Central Time Zone in USA. So 22:05. So night, I mean, anyway, that is different story. It is evening time. So 10:05 the scan is started. And Nmap scan report is google.com and this is the IP address. Host is up 0.025 seconds latency. That is the overall latency of the our host is up. I mean, delay it has taken, but it is showing host is up. Nothing but even ping is subset of the quick scan now. What is the scan? Previously we run this scan, ping scan. Out the ping scan, okay, output it has come. It has come, okay, host is up. So now also host is up. So nothing but ping is subset of now quick scan. Additionally, it is providing some other information also. What is that other information now? Other record for 142, 251, 221, 174 for Google record is this one, and not shown. So 98 filtered ports are not showing. And what are the ports are open? 80, port number 80. So Google public DNS, they've opened one of the port number is called 80. And also open, and service port number 8 is for HTTP, and 443 second port also it's open. So state is open and service HTTPS. And Nmap done, IP address is host is up, and how much time it has taken to this scanning part? It has taken 2.18 seconds in between my personal laptop to google.com using Nmap tool. Okay, now go back to ports and hosts. So this is the second scan. You can see here port 80. It's open. This is scan we completed just now using the our quick scan. Port 80 is HTTP and protocol is TCP, and state is open. Nothing but this port number is open in my system. Sorry, in google.com, and service is HTTP. So now go back to our ports and protocol definition now. So I'm going to Excel sheet now. So what we defined about port? Port is a numerical number or software defined number. It can be used communication between the source and destination. That is called port number. Okay. Now what is protocol? Protocol can be used, or it will represent what is the application, or what is the process, or what is the software, or what is the service running against the port number. Now you can go and you can compare whether whatever we run this scan now, it is matching to these two definitions or not. So this is called theoretical versus practical now. Port is a software defined number. It can be used for communication. Go back to now Nmap tool. Port is a software defined number. Yes, it is a numerical number, and it can be used for communication between my system to the google.com. It's open, that one. That's why I communicate google.com. That is called port. Now what is protocol? Protocol can be used, it will represent, or it will represent about what is the application, or what is the process, or what is the software, or what is service running against on the port number. Then you can go and you can compare whether it is matching to our definition or not. So now port is a number, and it can be used, or it can be represent what is the type of the service is running on. So that is nothing but HTTP or HTTPS. This is called protocol. Against the port number. What is against port number? HTTP against port number is 80. Against HTTPS service port number is 443. So this service is also called as a process, application, or software. Okay. Now we came to know that once we have done the quick scan to google.com, part of the our target, now we came to know that there are two ports are open. Those two ports are port number 80 and port number 443. So that is the conclusion now. Topology. You can see topology, localhost google.com. And it is showing previous scan also. Host details. Now you can go and you can analyze about host details. State is up. Nothing but google.com is up. Open ports are 2. So open ports are 2. What is one port is 80 number. Second port number is 443. Filtered ports. So what do you mean by filtered ports? Now go back to our theoretical way. So there are different types of port numbers. I mean category of the ports. Yeah, category of the ports here. What is the category of the ports we discussed now? Static port, dynamic port, and filtered ports. Static port, dynamic port, and filtered ports. Static port meaning it is a fixed port or static port. It can be used to identify under well-known ports. And always this one is fixed number. It will not change the number of the port number. Dynamic ports, it can be used for private purpose. Filtered ports. Filtered ports in the firewall side. So what we can do the filtering or unfiltering. Nothing but what we can do the opening and also closing. Combination of both. Open the ports and closing the ports we can call it filtered ports under the firewall side. where we can do this one under the firewall side. Now go back to our Nmap tool. So overall port scanned are 100. When I run this scan using quick scan part of the google.com, Nmap tool or Nmap tool, it scanned the 100 ports. Out of 100 ports, 2 ports are open. Those 2 ports are port number 80 and port number 443. Now, remaining 98 ports are filtered ports. Nothing but these ports are closed or open under the firewall. Which company is doing this one? Google company is doing this one. Google public DNS where it is located. So that company is already filtered in the firewall side 98 ports. That's called filtered ports. Either the ports are closed or open. So because we are running the outside of the Google, I'm not working in Google. I'm working outside of the Google as a public. But you are sitting in Google company and you're a part of the Google employee and you are running the scan using Nmap tool. That time you can see there are so many ports are open. Why? Because you are able to connect the VPN virtual private network, or maybe you are whatever Google private DNS is already located very close to you, part of the same network, then it can show there are so many ports are open. Now I'm the outsider. I'm not a part of the Google company. And I'm okay. So sitting outside, I'm running the scan. But same situation, you are sitting at Kondapur, Hyderabad location where Google is located, or Whitefield, Bangalore where Google is located, in a Google office, or California, Google, where Google company is located headquarters. Then you are running the scan from that company. We can see more number of ports can be opened because you are a part of the internal company of the Google as a part of the Google employee. That time we can see more number of the ports. Now we are public. We can't reach that much to the google.com part of the private DNS. If I reach to the private DNS, yes, we can see the more number of the ports also. So that is a way how we can go and we can analyze it. Now IPv4 address of the google.com is this one. And so host name is google.com. And here, so our DNS record is called PTR. PTR means reverse pointer. It will convert IP address into domain name. That's called PTR, reverse pointer. That we can discuss later. That is about quick scan. Let's go and think about intense scan. So far, I completed 2 scans related to Google. One is ping and second is quick. Go to intense scan. Now it is providing, there are so much information now as compared to quick now. So we have to go and we have to analyze everything now. In this similar way, slow and comprehensive scan. So what are the ports are open? So same thing, these are the 2 different types of ports are open. Once again, 80 and 443. Now, as a security analyst, is there any dangerous port is open? Yes, it is open. Port number 80 under the public DNS of the Google. Now, Google company, what I have to do? They have to close this port number 80. In case they don't close this port number 80, maybe attacker will hack Google company with port number 80 as a part of the recon or port scanning mechanism using MITRE attack framework. Okay. Now you can go and you can choose some of the other scan also, regular scan. So I can go and I can run the regular scan now. It will change that one. It will take some time to scan. Yeah, it is completed now, regular scan. Okay. So now you have to analyze this one. Finally, slow comprehensive scan. Slow comprehensive scan, it will provide about in between. So my mission to the google.com, how many hops are there, how many routers are there, whether google.com is up or down, how many ports are open, everything it will take. It will provide almost all the information total end to end, but it will take approximate 15 minutes to complete the overall scan. Click on scan now. It is scanning, it's not completed. Yeah, you can see there is so much information now. In between my local host, nothing but host details. Topology. This is the one. See how many routers are there now in between my local host. Meaning what? So my machine, laptop machine to google.com, it's not completed yet. It is running. Still it is running. Still it is running. Anyway, it will take 10 minutes to complete the slow comprehensive scan. In between my local host machine, how many routers are there? Based on the topology wise, you can see it is increasing this scan topology also. So this is the way how the my machine to google.com first is reached to default gateway. From there it is reached to 10 series. From there it is reached to these many routers. And still it is running. It's not completed yet. Once the scan is completed, this topology also it will complete. Okay. So anyway, slow comprehensive scan, it will take approximate 10 minutes to complete overall scan. So this is the way how we can go and we can do the port scanning tool to identify what are the ports are open and what are the ports are closed and what is the type of the service it is running on and what the application is running, what the service is running on. Okay, that's called Nmap tool. Go back here now. So practical demo tool, what is the example I given? Nmap tool. So using Nmap, I ran couple of scans like, so before going to the Nmap or Nmap, target. Target is nothing but here always you have to provide either IP address or host name or FQDN, fully qualified domain name. I given google.com. And there are multiple scanners are there, profiles of the scanners. So what are the different profiles we have seen just now? We have seen about intense scan UDP, intense scan TCP, third one quick scan. I'm not giving the chronological order or ascending order. Ping scan, regular scan. What is the last one I given? Slow comprehensive scan. So these are the couple of scans I ran now. So now what is the output we have seen? Nmap tool. Host name I selected as a google.com as a targeted IP address. When I run the ping scan, what is the output I got? Host is up. So that is the conclusion. Nothing but Google is opening and it is running. Google is active or up or running. That is the information I got. Second one, when I ran the intense scan or regular scan, I came to know that there are two port numbers are open. There are two port numbers are open. What are those two port numbers are? First one is 80 HTTP. Second one is 443 HTTPS.
Whatever I have shown and I have explained practically, I am writing conclusion now. So even I have seen about one more option also. Host is up. Nothing but Google is up and it is running. Additionally, how many total number of the port it is scanning? It is scanned total 100 ports are scanned. Out of 100 ports, so 2 ports are open. Those 2 ports are 80 and 443. So what is the next one? 98 ports are filter ports. So it has done under the firewall side filtering. We can't see that one. Next one, we have seen local host also. Nothing but topals in between my machine to our public DNS server of the Google. Local host to public DNS of the Google. Logical flow diagram. Whatever diagram I have shown, that is called logical flow diagram. It is not a physical one. Then also I have seen DNS record. What is DNS record we have seen? It's a PTR, reverse pointer record. So this is the overall conclusion. What we found using Nmap tool. So same thing applicable to other scans also. We can go and we can analyze. This is the way how we can do that. So what do you mean by port scanning now? Interior question. Port scanning definition is nothing but here running the scan against all the ports. How many ports would you have? 0 to 65,535 ports every system contains. And identify what are all the ports are open or ports are closed or ports are filtered is called as port scanning. Okay, if you are going for vulnerability management vacancy, they will ask about what is port scanning. So this is what. So we are running the scan against the host name or we are running the scan against our IP address and we are identifying what are the ports are open. So nothing but what are the ports are closed and what are the ports are okay. So even filtered. So out of 100 ports are 2 ports are open, 98 ports are completely it's a filtered one under the firewall. Remaining how many ports are pending now? Closed ports are. I will provide even another analysis also. Give me 1 second. So another analysis here. Whatever closed ports are. Now how many ports we do have? 65,535 minus. How many ports are okay? Scanned it 100. Now how much this one it will come as a. So 6 here. Closed ports are 65,536 minus 100. 65 and 436 are closed. This is the conclusion. Just a mathematical problem. Mathematics. Those plots are closed. Opened are 2, filtered are 98, and closed are 65 and 436. Okay. Now, what is the assignment I'm giving to you? Assignment or task to candidates who is attending cybersecurity. You can run couple of scans like yahoo.com or facebook.com or cisco.com or irctc.com, phonePay.com, whatever you like. You can take anything is fine. Just I'm giving example only. Instagram.com or youtube.com. You can choose whatever domain you like. Okay. Now you can choose one or two or three. First, you can install the Nmap tool or Nmap tool in your laptop. Hope everyone has a laptop. Hope everyone has a laptop with you. Okay. Now you can download the Nmap tool and you can choose any of the two domains, whatever you like, and run the scan. So what are the different scans I need? Ping scan, a regular scan, intent scan. Slow and comprehensive scan, it will give you a lot of information. I don't want those. These three scans you can complete and you can provide the answers tomorrow class. I will ask or I'll pinpoint whomever I like or based on the chronological order. So then you have to provide the answers. Is it understand? Are you getting what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Please install Nmap tool in your laptop. Okay, then you can choose whatever two domains you like. Not only these, any other, whatever you like the domains. And you can complete ping scan, a regular scan, and intent scan. In the tomorrow morning class, whenever I will ask someone, and you have to provide the answer. What are the ports are open or what are the ports are closed? How many ports you scanned it? So how many ports are filtered? What is the DNS record you have seen? And what the topology of the from your laptop to the our opposite machine where you scan domain name? Okay, so that's what I need. That is the assignment I'm giving to you. So this one I'm keeping in the red color. Why? Because you did not complete yet. You will complete tomorrow, then I will change to green color. So this is the task. Okay, you have to complete. And so then whenever I will ask someone, you have to give the answers to me. Install Nmap tool in our laptop and run the scan against any two domains and please bring for tomorrow class. So that is the assignment. I given the assignment also. How to download also I have shown and how to install also I have shown and what to you have to do I have shown. So please do that. So then once this one is completed, then I will start. By the by, in future we are going, I will give note. So port scanning right now, whatever we are using, it's a part of our open source tool to identify what are the ports are closed, what are the ports are open. But so once you are going to vulnerability management tool, VM tool by default, it will run the port scan along with asset scan. So in future, we are going to infrastructure security. Under infrastructure security, we'll do server scan or asset scan. Once you are using Nessus or Qualys or Rapid7 or any other tools, you no need to use any our open source tool. By default, these vulnerability management tools, it will provide about port scanning also. Okay. So example tools are Nessus, Qualys, Rapid7 or Nexpose extra. It's a note. What I want to say indirectly or directly, there is no need to install separately Nmap tool. Just for practice purpose, I'm explaining about this tool. So that's all for today, guys. And thank you so much. And see you tomorrow at 7:30. Hope everyone will complete the assignment or task, whatever I given to you.
and I will scold also, and please don't mind it. Please complete these tasks and you can bring it for tomorrow class. And I will upload this video within 5 minutes. In case if you don't understand something, I will upload this video maximum within 5 minutes into the our Google Drive. And you are not able to understand whatever I am teaching just now, please go and watch and revisit 3 to 4 times. Then you can go and you can practice it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, guys, have a great day. Good night.
Good night. Good night.